It is only by living on a spiritual basis that our lives will truly change long term for the better. When we rely absolutely on our higher power, we feel safe to take the steps with integrity. Facing our past, making restitution and coming clean matures us like no other method we have found. This is where we become adults in space and time. We coexist with our fellows as equals. We are all family in this big, beautiful world of ours. Having committed ourselves to go to any lengths to have a spiritual life, making amends cleans out the pathway for the sunlight of the Spirit to shine through. We're going to start with the Serenity Prayer, and then we'll go into the daily reflections. If you or someone you know are questioning yourselves about whether or not you're an alcoholic or whether they are an alcoholic or drug addict, reach out. We can help you. You don't have to do it alone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, and appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. September 22nd, a limitless load. Like a gaunt prospector, belt drawn in over the last ounce of food, our pick struck gold. Joy at our release from a lifetime of frustration knew no bounds. Father feels he has struck something better than gold. For a time he may try to hug the new treasure to himself. He may not see at once that he has barely scratched a limitless load, which will pay dividends only if he mines it for the rest of his life and insists on giving away the entire product. Alcoholics Anonymous, pages 128 to 129. When I talk with a newcomer to Alcoholics Anonymous, my past looks me straight in the face. I see the pain in those hopeful eyes. I extend my hand, and then the miracle happens. I become healed. My problems vanish as I reach out to this troubling soul. The spiritual solution will not continue to work for real alcoholics if we do not actively enlarge our spiritual lives. This is not a passive process. It requires daily surrender, hard work, and self-sacrifice, all of which ultimately lead to a life beyond our wildest dreams. On this journey of recovery, we must acknowledge that there will be certain trials and low spots. Life will continue to challenge us, and the allure of alcohol will remain a constant presence. If we do not engage in the work of recovery, if we neglect the spiritual aspect of our lives, we would surely drink again. Alcoholics Anonymous is a Find God program. It provides a path for us to rediscover our spirituality, and in doing so, removes our obsession for alcohol. We must remember that many of us use drinking as a form of self-medication, a way to numb the insane thoughts that plagued our minds. Alcohol cut us to shreds, leaving us broken and hopeless. We were trapped in the darkness of addiction with no solution in sight. But it was during these darkest moments that our higher power cut through the fog of our minds like a bright light in the distance, a light we were somehow drawn to. The beginning of our recovery journey can be awkward and uncomfortable. For so long we had lived our lives on self-centered survival instincts, driven by fear and masked by carelessness. The shift towards surrender and self-sacrifice is a radical change. It requires us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities, to let go of selfishness that once defined us. As we progress in our recovery, we experience moments of bliss and serenity, often referred to as being on a pink cloud. It's a taste of freedom and joy that awaits us if we continue to work the program with dedication and commitment. But we must remember that this pink cloud is not meant to last forever. It's a glimpse of what's possible, a reward for our initial efforts, but it's only a beginning. We dive headlong into working the steps with our sponsors. This allows us to work on ourselves, addressing the deep-seated issues that contributed to our addiction. But it doesn't stop there. As we delve into self-improvement, we naturally transition into helping others. Living the principles of the steps becomes a way of life for us, extending to all our affairs. We don't confine our recovery to the walls of AA meetings. We take it into the world, living extraordinary lives while setting an example of what miracles can happen to those who were once doubtful. We become living proof that recovery is possible, that transformation is real, and that a life of meaning and service is within the reach for anyone willing to do the work. AA is more than a program. It is a design for living. It provides us with a clear path to remove the obsession that once ruled our lives. It opens the portal to a profound relationship with our higher power. We discover a community of like-minded, sober individuals who support and uplift us, and we them. We learn to live balanced lives, mending relationships with our families and becoming of service to others in our AA family. We find fulfillment not in the pursuit of self-centered desires, but in the act of selflessly helping those who are still suffering. Our sobriety is a gift that requires daily care and attention. It is through surrender, self-sacrifice, and a deep commitment to spiritual growth that we continue to thrive. The program provides us with a roadmap to a life beyond our wildest dreams, a life filled with purpose, serenity, and the joy of helping others. Together as a community, united in sobriety, we live out the principles and share the message of hope. I am responsible when anyone, anywhere reaches out for help. I want the hand of AA always to be there. And for that, I am responsible. September 22nd, a limitless LODE. Like a gaunt prospector, belt drawn in over the last ounce of food, our pick struck gold. Joy at our release from a lifetime of frustration knew no bounds. Father feels he has struck something better than gold. For a time he may try to hug the new treasure to himself. He may not see at once that he has barely scratched a limitless LODE, which will pay dividends only if he mines it for the rest of his life and insists on giving away the entire product. Alcoholics Anonymous, pages 128 to 129. When I talk with a newcomer to Alcoholics Anonymous, my past looks me straight in the face. I see the pain in those hopeful eyes. I extend my hand, and then the miracle happens. I become healed. My problems vanish as I reach out to this troubling soul. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.